The World Series of Poker $600 Pot Limit Omaha event, a new event this year. In case you recall, a few years ago, I finished in 10th place in the 565 Pot Limit Omaha event with over 2,000 players. Yeah, 10th place, 9 people reached the final table. That was not me. Still feels bad, man. We're gonna do it differently this year. We're gonna make that final table. I came here to win. I'm not a loser. With blinds at 100, 200, action folds me in middle position and I look down at Jack, 10, 9, 8, double suited. What a beautiful hand. I make it 600 to go. Cutoff calls, button calls, Asian male who's been coming after me. And the big blind calls. We're 4 ways to a flop. The flop comes queen, 6, 4, 1 heart, 1 diamond. We got the backdoor flush draw. We got the backdoor straight draws all over the place. So let's put in a C bet. We're betting it into 3 people. We're repping a lot of strength here. I bet 1,300. Player folds and Asian male on the button makes it 5,300. He's repping a set or 2 pair. We were hoping if we were called, we can barrel turns that give us equity, or we can just take it down with our C bet. None of these things happened. I fold, and he shows me some crap.
You want to take it next to the hand you lost to?
Yeah, sure. Deuce, 3, 5. Well played, sir. With blinds at 100, 200, under the gun limps. Middle position makes it 700. I'm on the button with ace, 9, 5, 5, double suited, clubs and diamonds, nut clubs. I call, under the gun calls, 3 ways to a flop. Flop comes ace, jack, 3, 2 diamonds, 1 club. Under the gun limper leads out for 2,000. What's he repping? Pocket jacks? That's what I'm putting him on. Original razor calls, and I put in the call. Top pair, flush draw, backdoor flush draw. Turn is a 5 of diamonds, and both players check to us. Even though we only have the 9 high flush draw, I have a feeling it's good. I think original razor might have 2 pair, possibly pocket jacks, and flat caller might have pocket aces. So, great scenario. Time to go for value. I bet 4,200. Blaze it. Under the gun, hesitates, doesn't look happy, and puts in the call. He might have a slightly higher flush. And original razor folds. I think he had aces. Let's find out. The river is a jack, pairing the board, and under the gun goes into the tank, and I know what this means. He hit his boat, and he doesn't know if he should check it to me or lead out. He eventually leads out for 8,000. I laugh and say I love Omaha. Fold my flush. He shows jack 3, and he later claims he had pocket 3s. Nice boat. Original razor did say he had pocket aces. So they were both drawing very slim on the turn when I put in the majority of the money, but that's just how it goes. And we now have 18,000 chips.
I guess on dinner or whatever about certain tells people have.
First break of the PLO, lost every pot, that's okay. We're going to see how Daniel Chang is doing. Day 2, and we found him in the hallways.
It started the day 2 at 216,000 chips. I knocked out like 3 people, like almost instantly.
Wow.
And I hovered into like, eventually to 750K territory.
Great.
I got 260th place, my first World Series poker event. Great experience. I think I played really well. It's inspired me to get better at poker. I've actually watched Jeff's channel a little bit. If you guys like his stuff, I really appreciate you guys supporting him because he's a great guy. It's a lot of work, dude. I mean, I respect all you guys out there trying, grinding it out. I'm not a poker player. I'm a businessman. It's a lot of fun, but to be honest with you, I probably would eat a little bit more, better, and I'd hydrate myself better, and I probably do a little workout or something because, dude, it is a fucking grind. F over grind. So, Jeff, thanks again, man. Thanks for having me on the channel.
Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you. Check out Daniel on VintageMagic.com and Vintage Magic on YouTube for all your top-of-the-line magic needs. There's a few limps at 200, 300. Button makes it 1,400. I'm in the small blind with 10, 8, 7, 6 with clubs. I think it's pretty close, but we can put in a call. We're playing the middle of the board. Other 2 players call. The flop comes ace, 10, 6, 1 club. We have bottom 2 pair, which isn't that great in Pot Limit Omaha. But based on the button sizing, I don't think he has pocket aces too much. People usually just pot it with aces. He might have like ace, king, queen, jack, which still has great equity versus our hand. We check to the button, who bets 4,000. I have about 15,000 behind, and I don't really like calling out of position with bottom 2 straight draw and backdoor flush draw. So let's try to rep, a slow played pocket aces, pocket 10s, pocket 6s, hands like that. So I just shove all in. Stack to pot ratio is pretty good for a pot shove in this spot. Action folds to the button, who goes into the tank. He thinks for at least a minute and eventually puts in the call. And he has ace 10 something something. We got outs, and here's the video. Top 2 versus bottom 2 and a straight draw. All right. I need a 6 or a 7 or a club. And none of that happened. Nice hand. Good luck, guys. And I'm out of the $600 Omaha. Let's get in line and register again. Unlimited re-entries. How many bullets will I fire?
3 points on Monday. 6 down before. I don't want to be mean, but like the way I told him straight up, I said, look, Joe told me
Thank you. All right, fresh bullet, 30K starting stack.
3-5.
I'll play a few pots, get up to about 35K.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 6.
With blinds at 4, 800, we limp under the gun with queen, queen, jack, 10 with spades. Couple limpers and a very loose player makes it 2K. Looks like a pot sweetener to me. There's a call. The big blind calls and it's back to us. Normally I just call here, but I don't want to be dominated by bigger flush draws and stuff like that. And since we limped under the gun, we can rep aces. So I pot it. 10,800 to go. Everybody folds to the big blind, who puts in the call. He thought about it a long time. He's got a marginal hand. We got a pot-sized bet behind. The flop comes jack 8-4. He checks, we pot it, and he folds. We're on second break with 50,000 chips. 2 more hours until dinner. We're feeling good. I proceed to fold every hand and just keep blinding down.
I didn't think I did either.
And down. And down. And down some more.
If not already getting like the one player to the table, please do so.
So we have about 10,000 chips. Pick up a few chips with pocket queens when we flop quads and get no action for the remaining 5,000 chips. Then there's 2 limpers. Small blind completes. I'm in the big blind with ace queen 7-5 with the diamonds. Good spot to isolate. I pot it to 10,000. Goes fold, button calls, and we're heads up. Flop comes king high. He shrugs and calls my 3,900 bet. And we're up against, ace 3, 6, 6 somehow. Fold pre, bro. Let's get there. Okay. 7, ace, jack. I do not get there, and he starts giggling. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Yeah. I love losing. Yeah, enjoy it. Good luck, man. Uncontrollably. This shit ain't funny. And we're out. 2 bullets, $1,200 gone. World Series of Poker, Pot Limit Omaha, deep stack event. Stay tuned for the next vlog. The summer of Jeff is not looking so good so far.